Hey, what's going on there? YouTube? This is SEL0320 presenting JVS. So I know I am late and $1 short with this one because this movie came out in 2014. But I looked at it and I've been actually eyeing it for a while. But the name of the movie is called The Signal. This was directed by the director named William Eubank. He's only directed two things that I've seen: this movie and a movie called Love. And he's got a movie coming out called Underwater, which is a pretty good cast. And I have to see whatever he's making next because this movie was masterclass. Now, some people are going to critique it because, you know, some stuff can come off really campy, like, you know, got this kind of niche, like, films, like, you can think about, like, Joyride, for instance. But this takes it a step further to me personally because I think what it does is this perfect blend of science fiction and at the same exact time suspense. Because in the very beginning of the movie, you have three different characters. You got Jonah, Haley, and Nick. Brenton Thwaites that plays Robin on Titan. That's one of the reasons why I was like, let me check out, see what this is gonna be about. And every time I saw like the picture art for this, I saw your boy Laurence Fishburne, and I was like, what the heck is Laurence Fishburne even doing? Like, I didn't even see the rest of them. I had no idea Olivia Cooke was in this. Olivia Cooke, she played in Me Girl and Dying Girl, and of course she played in, oh my gosh, Ready Player One. And I actually got an interview her. She is an amazing actress, and she does a great job in this movie. And then I think the last actor, what was his name? Which I've never seen him in anything else before, but he did a really bang up job. His name is Bu Nepp. Either way, these three different characters are just kind of going, and they're trying to stop this guy that they think is trying to like probe himself being the best hacker, so to speak, because they all come from MIT, or at least him and his best friend Jonah come from MIT, and his girlfriend was kind of just along for the ride. But something happened to Brenton Thwaites' character where like he lost the ability of his legs and it's slowly deteriorating. I can't remember the actual illness precisely what it was called, because they don't focus on that. They give great imagery. The imagery is so great, especially when he was running through the woods and he stopped at this river, this impasse, and there was no way to get across it. And then you go and call back to different things he was doing for cross country, because I'm a cross country runner. I used to run cross country, I used to run track. And I thought the appreciation of the imagery and the cinematography was just great, right? And so then it goes to like, you find out like she's leaving for a whole year to go and do her own thing, and she's supposed to come back, but he's disintegrated within himself because he didn't see himself as a man anymore. Like, he's lost the ability to be able to really do what he knows he can do, what he's capable of. So now he's focused on he's on a fixed point with his friend, and his friend's kind of like friends with both of them, and he's like, I'm going to help him do this, and at the same time I'm trying to figure out who this guy Nomad is. Then they get out to this like service area, and I'm like, this is a bad idea. Like, what are you guys doing out there? You know what I'm saying? And then the movie goes from like being an interesting, you know, plot that just in and of itself, like, you know, it could be really compelling. Like, if he just went and nothing ever happened to him, like, what would his life look like, kind of thing. But then it goes into this science fiction point that I was like, oh my gosh. Like, Annihilation does a really good job of this out of body kind of like what is really happening. The movie like Arrival, same exact concept, has really good prospects, but this one was so personal. Because, like, I mean, no, it didn't go into this deep, elaborate context like Arrival did, nor did it go into this philosophical perspective of, like, you know, what was a clone, what was not a clone, what was alien, what was foreign, what was real, what was, you know, photosynthesis. No, it didn't go into all that, but it kept it personal. It kept it focused on Brenton Thwaites and his outlook of all this. And his character, Nick, was just kind of just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And you're continuously trying to figure out, is he the threat? Is he an actual threat? And at the same time, is Laurence Fishburne really trying to help him? Or is he trying to understand him to control him? And it's like this cat and mouse that's always going back and forth, back and forth. But the thing about this film that works so well is that they play on the science fiction perfectly. Because there's moments where your boy Nick, he's like talking with them, and like the way that he sounded, I was like, you not understand how intelligent you sound? Like, I know you're from MIT, but some of the things that you're bringing up and the theories you're bringing up, and then even like knowing who his name was and knowing this, knowing that, I was like, yo, his intelligence has been boosted and he doesn't even know it. Then the reveal about his legs, that junk was master class. There are things in this movie that legit on a CG level and a science fiction level, were just amazing. The action moments, when they hit, they're subtle and they're quick and they're really smart because they don't go really heavy on CG, but when the CG does hit, you can tell that joint was lit. It was so focused, it was so great. And I mean, the other thing about it is that there's so much mystery and context that you still don't understand. You still don't understand. Like, there's a moment where you're looking on Nick's arm and like there's like this mark tattoo and you're like, this is a number, it's a brand. Like, what the heck is going on? And then, you know, something happens with one of his friends and it's like, what the heck is going on with him? And I think one of the things that really hit me was when they intercepted with this old lady in a car. And I was just like, yo, something is not right about all this. Not just what happened to them, but none of this. Something is just fundamentally messed up. And then the ending, oh my goodness, the ending. Yo, as a moviegoer, if I went and saw this in a movie theater, I would have came out being like, this movie was lit. Now, I'm saying this to say that, yes, there are some campy moments that, you know, happen towards the beginning. Like, you're like, Nick is with her and talking with her, and she just automatically goes and throws something, or you think she does. There's a moment where it's kind of like a Blair Witch Project kind of moment. It's like, he's kind of just like hunched over and it's like, what the heck is all that? But it adds to it because you have to prepare yourself for what's going to be coming, because by the end of it, you're just like, oh, what? And I think some moments they do like repeat too much, but psychologically, if you're going through a situation like this and you're going through this much trauma, you have to recall back to things that bring you comfort or a better place so that you can be able to move forward, progress. And that's how I felt with Nick the whole entire movie. It focused on him very well. And then there were moments where I was questioning like his friends. Like, I was questioning like what's going on with them really, you know what I'm saying? And I think that the thing about this movie that to me makes it masterclass in my personal perspective is that I'm always continuously engaged. I'm always continuously questioning everyone. I'm always continuously invested, at least in trying to see where this is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Even like Laurence Fishburne's character Damon, like I was like, who are you? Like, what is really happening right now? And yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, especially when you get to the end. It's crazy. But for me, personally, I give it a 10 out of 10. For me personally, as a critic, I wouldn't give anything lower than a 9 out of 10. Like, it was just some minuscule, small things that I didn't, thought was, whatever. But as for me, like, if I could find this movie on 4K or Blu-ray, I would buy it in a heartbeat, man. Like, definitely go check it out. It's on Netflix right now. It's called The Signal. I missed out. Don't miss out. Make sure you go check it out. Hopefully I haven't spoiled too much of anything. I know this movie's been out for at least 4 years now. But I'll talk to you guys later on. Keep it alive. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. And shout out to you guys. Peace. Have a nice and amazing Veterans Day. Peace, guys.